Okay, hello guys, welcome to this class. First of all, I can ask some questions. Can you see my screen? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, no problem, thanks. For this class, I need you turn on your cameras, please, in order to interact and develop all the activities for this lesson, please. Thanks, Juan. What happened with the rest of the students? Thanks. Thanks, Jocelyn. Mary, Janet, Kia. Okay, thanks. Okay, guys, so pay attention to the next teacher and let's start, okay?
Okay, can you show the slides, please, Diego? Okay. Well, hello guys. Today class is about how we will use the corpus-based teaching, which is approach which main characteristics is teaching through the analysis of the corporea. In this approach, learners can get direct access to the data in order to enhancing their language learning in various linguistic skills and develop more autonomy learning. Well, this is through a corpus. But what is corpus? A corpus is a large collection of writing on or spoken text that can be developed manually or electronically and be representative of authentic language data. What that means? This approach uses the data collection to evidence the patterns of the language, and that's in that patterns you see how to use the language correctly. Then the principles. Can you change? Well, in corpus-based teaching principles, we have 5, which are the most important. The first one is get direct access to the data by learners. This is about exposing the collection of writing and spoken text to the students. The second one is hands-off corpus search by students. Then the students will observe and analyze the language. Then we have inductive discovery by students. This is about summarize the language, analyze the characteristic of the language, the grammar structures, all of things that combine the language. Then the students test the students' knowledge. The students have to detect all the lexical patterns, and also teachers have to correct the mistakes and errors of the analysis of the corpus. Also give a feedback in order to improve all the knowledge. And then output exercise. It's important that the students have to show what they learn in order after the analysis of the corpus. It is thanks to practice using the language in writing text or also speaking, comprehension questions, different activities where the students can show that they learn in the class. Next slide, please. In the third order, in this class, we divide in different parts. the discussion, the vocabulary, the presentation, practice, and evaluation. Now I'm going to explain how we applied this corpus, this approach in this plan. In discussion, we ask questions which dive in the background of the knowledge of the students to identify linguistic patterns in a deductive way. In the vocabulary, then we pass to the vocabulary. The student observes and analyzes the use of the language, also enrich their vocabulary. For presentation, the student gets direct access to the knowledge, what is the legend and corpus, where they can analyze evidence the linguistic pattern of the language in the legends. Then in the practice, we use an inductive discovery, where the students can read and comprehend what they are reading in order to give it a coherence, also to complete activities based on the corpus. For the evaluation, in the end, we are going to test the student knowledge with an output exercise without stopping the using of observing, analyzing of the language. The next activity. Slide. Dieguito. Can you, okay.
Yeah, can you see? Yeah, I'm changing before.
Yeah, okay. The warm-up is very easy, very intuitive. We are going to say the dialogues of legend. The legend is by lady. I am the narrator, and you are the characters of this story. The next slide. Okay, I'm going to describe the situation, and you have to guess or imagine what the characters say. For example, one night, a group of friends happily drank alcohol. One of them saw a beautiful girl in the distance, and he said, Juan, can you guess what he said?
Maybe he said, maybe, who are you?
Yes,
Oh.
It could be. So he said, how are you to the lady? And then she follows her even though he was completely drunk. The next slide. He looks annoyed. How he could say, Janet? He's annoyed. How could say?
Maybe he could say that, hi, do you want to go for a drink, maybe?
Yeah, it could be. He said, hi, do you want to go for a drink? And then she ignored him and went on her way. But he was persistent. He took by her hand. He said, someone else. Que ver, who could say what? Who could say? He take from her hand, and what he said?
Maybe he could say, let's go for a drink, or maybe he said, let's go, beautiful girl, something like that.
Yeah, okay. He said, hey, look me, beautiful girl. Then she decided to listen to him. And little by little, she was removing the veil. The next one. Oh, no, no. The man was scared and he started to run. What he could say? Marisol? Are you there?
Maybe he could say he is scared and he could say run away, that's a monster maybe?
Yes, it could be. He couldn't believe what he had seen and ran round when he believed that only thing that he could think is about was, I swear. Juan, can you complete this sentence?
Maybe I swear I don't believe it, maybe.
Yeah, or he could say, I swear, I don't will bring alcohol again. It could be also a good answer. Next, the next activity.
Okay, right now we are going to discuss about the legend that we are read before. The first question is, do you know what's a legend? Kiabet, do you can answer this question, please?
I think a legend is something that is not or have told to another people because something happens to make that legend true, but they haven't. How can I say? They don't believe. I think some people think it is true. I think.
Okay, thank you for sharing your opinion. Jocelyn, what makes interesting a legend for you?
I think the characters and the plot are the most interesting aspect in a legend.
Okay, thank you for asking. And the last one, what do you know something about Ecuadorian legends, Juan? Okay. Jane.
Well, about mythological legends, Ecuadorian, sorry, actually, right?
Yes.
I consider that this kind of legends involve mythical creatures and also costume and traditional facts about Ecuadorian people.
Okay, thank you for your answer. Okay, right now let's move on to the another activity. Thank you. In this part, we have some specific vocabulary for this lesson. Okay, please can you read by yourselves and see the pictures for a moment? See the words and then the pictures. Analyze them. Okay, right now we need to match the words with a possible picture related with a legend, right? Let's start with legend. Kiabet, which image is related with legend for you?
Maybe the third image.
The third image. Okay, thank you. And Juan, can you hear me?
Yes, teacher, I'm sorry. The connection.
Don't worry. The inanimate. Which image is related with inanimate?
With the illustration that there are the objects, maybe.
Yes, you're right. Please, Dieguito. Thank you. Okay, Jocelyn, what do you think about culture? What image is related with culture? Can you hear me? Okay, Janet, can you help us?
Yes, teacher. Culture, the first one. I can.
Okay, thank you for your participation. You are right. And Kiavet, contract. What image is related with contract?
Maybe the one that there are two hands that are the sixth image, I think.
Yes, you are correct. And Juan, beliefs. What do you think about beliefs?
With the picture and that there are two faces.
The faces one, okay. Thank you. And the generation, Janet, please. Can you help us with those ones? Generation and devil?
Generation is the picture, and there are three people, and devil is the last one.
Thank you so much for your participation. You are correct. Okay, the vocabulary are culture, inanimate, legend, generation, beliefs, contract, and devil. Okay. Do you have any question about vocabulary of this lesson? No? Yes?
Yes, teacher. What is the meaning about inanimate?
Inanimate is something that doesn't have life. Is something that cannot move or feel, something like that, like a stone, ball.
Oh, okay, teacher, thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else? No? Okay, let's move on with the next part of this lesson.
Okay, guys, thanks for your participation. Now we are going to continue with the presentation of this topic. Okay, today I'm going to talk about statistic element of a legend. Okay, elements of a legend. This is the main topic of this part. Okay, can you see my screen? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, first of all, I'm going to give a short explanation about what a legend is, okay? A legend is a short narrative regarded as somebody historical without an affirmation that event actually occurred. Legends have a specific set of characteristics that set them apart from other genres of literature, okay? Observing the characterization, themes, and certain plot elements will help you determine if the piece is a legend, okay? First of all, I'm going to start with characters and settings. Characters in a legend are limited to a small cast. They may be inanimate objects, gods, or humans with super traits. The gods are superheroes who may appear in human form, but maintain immortality and supernatural abilities. And supernatural abilities, as I said, like powers, okay? Legends typically take place in the past, and the setting is somehow relevant to the culture from which it derives, okay? Here you can see some pictures related to characters and settings. Maybe settings are related to some forest or some streets, or like the second picture here in a cemetery, okay? Then we are going to continue with plot and theme. Plot and theme. A legend's plot will include a lot of action, suspense, and conflict. The characters of a legend are often faced with difficult obstacles to overcome and struggle with the fate or destiny. Legends often explain natural phenomena, religious practices, and human nature. They usually offer a straightforward moral or a lesson for life. That means plot and theme, as you can see in all the pictures here, okay? So the next element of a legend are point of view and style. Legends are written from the third-person point of view. A legend will reflect upon a society's culture, values, and beliefs, and the free nature or weakness of human beings, obviously. Readers of the legends will believe that the main character is capable of overcoming any obstacle in his path or route for him of success, okay? That is what means point of view and style. Remember that it is written in third person, is a past legend, and for writers can imagine all the characters as a noun, okay? The last element of this part about legend is generation. What generation means? Generations in a legend are usually passed down through generation. Prior printing, legends were passed orally, okay? Legends teach the younger people by generation to generation. For example, grandparents teach to their children, and they teach to their new generation. Okay, now you can transmit the legends by maybe by a smartphone, by a message, by in the past, old people taught that legends to their new generations. Okay, now we are going to continue with a new legend. Okay, it's a famous legend, a famous Ecuadorian legend. The name is Cantuña's legend. I think that you have heard this legend before. Okay, please, in this moment, I'm going to read the legend, and so pay attention, okay? Okay, let me see. Okay, the title of this legend is The Legend of Cantuña. One day, the head priest of Quito came to Cantuña to ask if he could build an atrium for the future San Francisco Church. Cantuña proudly claimed, "Sí, por cierto." Thus, the priest contracted him for this very important job. However, as time passed, Cantuña realized that he had promised so much and that he wouldn't finish the job in the required time. He would need help, so he turned to God and prayed. Unfortunately, God didn't answer. So he prayed again, and still no answer. He prayed yet again, and still God reclined in silence. No answer again. So Cantuña threw very hard and decided that if God was not going to answer, that he needed to return in another direction. So he asked for the devil's help instead. The devil immediately appeared and the two began to the process of hammering out a contract. Of course, in return for finishing the antrum, the devil went to Cantuña's soul. It couldn't be otherwise. Therefore, Cantuña agreed, but with one caveat, okay? If the devil and his diablitos, that means little devils, didn't place every piece of brick and mortar by the tolling of the first bell at 6 a.m., then the deal would be cancelled. The devil laughed, knowing that his diablitos were the most excellent stone masons and couldn't finish the work in no time at all. And so the contract was sealed and the war began. Cantuña kept his eye on the progress, and while he walking among the diablitos, he managed to remove one stone from a finished wall, where the mortar was not yet dry. He slipped, and under his poncho, he did from a new view, working that they noticed nothing. Morning arrived, and the devil and Cantuña meet at the base of the newly built antrum. The devil asked him if he was ready to part with his soul, as the first sound of the 6 o'clock bell chimed. Tling, 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 tling. Okay, Cantuña laughed and asked the devil if he would like to take a closer look at the new building walls. Look and behold, there was a single stone missing. Just a single stone missing. And as the bell rang the 6th time, the Cantuña contract was broken. Cantuña walked away, soul intact, and job well done. And now that tour is San Francisco Church that is located in Quito. That is a famous legend, okay? So please help me with some questions, okay? Please help me, Janet. What are the main characters of this legend, this famous Ecuadorian legend?
The first one is Cantuña and the devil, and also maybe the little devils.
Yeah, the 3 little devils, okay? Yeah, that's so good. Jocelyn, could you hear me? Maybe yes, maybe no. I don't know what happened, but I can hear you. Okay, so please help me, Juan. Where this legend took place?
And the places of this legend?
Yeah.
Quito?
Yeah, this is Quito, okay? It's the capital of Ecuador, okay? Yeah, this is in Quito. Remember that this legend focuses on the San Francisco Church, okay? Yeah, thanks for hearing and sharing their opinions. Your answers were so good. And now let's continue with the practice. Now is the practice time, okay? So please pay attention to my classmate with their explanation and with their activity, okay? So Alexita, your turn, please.
Okay, right now we are going to practice about my classmate teach you, okay? This is a worksheet about one Ecuadorian legend, okay? Kiabet. After begin with this activity, please download the document that are in our team chat. Please let me know if you are ready. Are you ready with the document? No yet, okay. Are you ready now?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Juan, are you ready?
Yes, teacher.
Thank you for answer. Okay. All of you are ready with the document? Please let me know. Kiabet,
Yes, teacher.
Steffi, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, teacher. I'm ready.
Let's start with the activity, okay? Um, okay. Juan, please, can you read for me the structure of this activity?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. The first say the Spanish decide to opt for the city of Bold, and before this, the princess decided to conjure a curse of him. He began to pray to the Virgin of Santa Ana to save him, and he effectively rescued him. It is for this reason that the hill where the city of Guayaquil was founded was baptized with the name of Santa Ana. One day, a sorcerer, sorcerer appeared before the king and offered to cure the princess' health in exchange for all the fortune he possessed. In the face of his refusal, a spell fell on the lands inhabited by the regent, condemning his people to disappear. The next centuries later, when one of the Spanish expedition men climbed one of the hills in the area, he met a beautiful princess who had gave him two options. He offered a beautiful city full of gold or a devout and faithful wife to him. And the last, in the area of what is known as Guayaquil, there was a king who needed a great wealth in his fortresses. The king's daughter fell ill, and there was no cure for her evil.
Thank you so much, Juan. And now I'm going to read the instruction for this activity, right? Read and put the paragraphs in the best sequence and complete the information below according to the legend. Now, you are going to read again by yourselves this legend. You have 5 minutes to read, analyze, and understand the legend. And after that time, together we are going to organize in the best sequence the legend. Do you have any question? Okay, take your time, read again, analyze, and then continue with the activity. Right. Go ahead. Okay, let's start with.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, can you repeat the question, please?
If you are ready with the lecture, the legend, right now we are going to order the colorful charts, okay?
Uh,
Okay.
okay, let me see.
Okay, let's start, right? Steffi, what is the first paragraph? What chart start with our legend?
The second?
Okay. Source. Are you sure? Okay.
The blue chart?
The blue chart. Okay, the blue chart. Janet, what do you think? Chart is the first one?
Sorry, teacher, could you repeat me the question, please? I didn't hear you.
Okay, what do you think? The blue chart is the first one that starts our legend?
Yes. I think that is correct.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Please, let me know what is the second one for you, Janet.
The purple box.
The
last one.
purple. Okay, please. Chiquito, can you move it? Thank you. And Juan, what is the next one for you?
The third. I think the light blue paragraph.
The light, maybe. Okay. What do you think, Gabet? What is the third paragraph in our legend?
I think that the third paragraph is the pink box.
Okay. The light blue is the last one. Okay. This is our legend organized right now, and then we are going to move the next part of this activity. The theme or topic. Kiabet, what do you think? What is the topic of our legend?
Well, the topic of this legend is the illness of the princess.
Okay. The topic of our legend is the sad princess of Santa Anna. It is the topic of our theme or our legend right now. Okay. Juan, please. What are the characters of our legend? What did you find?
The king and
Yeah.
the princess.
Yeah. Cool.
The sorcerer and the Spanish.
Thank you for your participation. You are correct. Those are the characters of our legend. Steffi, what is the place that our legend appeared? Can you hear me, Steffi?
Yes. Is in Guayaquil.
Yes, thank you for your participation. You are correct. And please, can you hear me? Yes, no? I'm so sorry, my internet connection is wrong now.
We can hear you clearly.
Thank you. And for the last part, Janet, can you give us a main idea for this legend?
Yes, teacher. The first one could be, I don't know, King's daughters fell ill, and then as a consequence happened the sorcerer appears to offer a cure to save the princess, and the last one is the Spanish appears to take a decision that it's going to affect the princess of Santana, maybe.
Yes. Thank you for your participation. Okay, guys, this is all for our practice time. Thank you for your practice. And right now, let's move on to the next activity.
Okay, classmate. I hope you understand and enjoyed the last activity, the previous activity, and now we are going to start to do the last activity. For that, I need you open the document which is called a final project document. Please open in your own computer. This is this document. Final project. Tell me when you open your files, please. Have you already opened your files?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Janet? Yes? All of you have opened the file? Yes? Okay. In this final activity, we have different parts. The first one is this legend. You have to read carefully. Please take care or taking account of the elements of the structure that we learned during this year. And remember verbs, nouns, also Roman structures, dot, final dot, commas, all types of structures. The second activity, can you scroll up? Well, second activity, you have to write down past verbs. In the copy past verb from the legend, and you have to conjugate or change that past verb to the base form and the gerund form. Then the third activity is match vocabulary with word or phrase with the synonyms and description or description. These words are in the legend, and you have to define them according to context. Then you have to match with this column, which has synonyms or similar words to the first column. For this activity, you have 10 minutes, and you have to do by alone because it's the evaluation and the final part of this lesson. Well, now you can start to do this activity. Please, when you finish this activity, don't forget to upload to the chat in Teams, because I have to correct and also grade your answer. As you can see in the chat Teams, also there is the rubrics for this last activity. These all the patterns of all the characteristics that I'm going to evaluate in this activity. Check and also fulfill in the document. This is for me, don't worry, I'm going to evaluate with this. You don't have to complete nothing in this part. Read carefully, respect all the punctuation marks, commas, final dots. Get vocabulary for unknown words, use dictionaries, use internet, use all the resources to fulfill your knowledge, to build up the knowledge. You can use your previous notes in order to clarify whichever grammar structure. You have 5 minutes left. You have 3 minutes left. Don't forget to send in this chat in order to I can evaluate this for the next class. 2 minutes left. Don't forget to write your names in order to identify it. Also, change the name of the file with your name. Mm. 1 minute left. Please start to upload the test, the evaluation, because after the due time, I'm going to receive other files. The time is over. Please upload the documents, please, in this chat. Don't forget to put your names in the name of the file. I am waiting for your files, for your documents. What happens? I cannot see your documents in the chat. Please upload the documents. Doesn't care if it is incomplete. To pass the next activity. Yeah, there is the first one. We have 5 left. The second one. Okay, there is the documents. Please don't forget to send the documents. Now my classmates are going to explain the last part of this evaluation.
Okay, guys, thanks for sharing your documents. Thanks for participating in this activity. This is your final project, and we are going to evaluate with this with a rubric that my classmates showed before. Let me see. Okay, the last activity, this for you as homework, yeah? Okay, this is a rubric for your participation self-assessment, okay? You are going to evaluate yourself according to the level of engagement in class, listening skills, behavior, preparation. In this class, it is about participation, okay? And at the end, you are going to write the totals here. This is about your participation in class, in this class, okay? This rubric is in the team chat, and you have to complete for homework. So thanks for participating in this class. Thanks for joining to this class. This is a good topic. Remember that the culture is the most important part in a country. Also the society. If you learn something new, please share with your new friends, with your classmates, with your family, because this information is going to be transmitted generation by generation, okay? Thanks for your participation and see you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, teacher. Thank you.
Thanks to
Thank
you.
you. Bye bye.
Thanks. See ya. Have a good night.